Every critical mass.
I could be jump in the yard, you leave a trail across my mind. Your head tossed back and your eyes are closed. Yeah, I'm looking for some kind of sign. Was a long time ago after a warm summer rain. The first night I saw you, you were long and lean and you moved quite slow. I was wondering what to do. You move me like a star, whoa, and I don't even know your name. You move me like a star, whoa, and I want you to trust the sun. You move me like a star, now I reach out to touch your skin. You move me like a star, hey, 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 hey. I'm really not sure, but I need to know right now. I wanna be there, I know exactly where, but I don't know why or how. Your eyes are waving in the air, you could be moving right towards me. Your love you're saving, yeah, you don't care that I love that would set you free. Move me like a star, oh, and I don't even know your name. You move me like a star, oh, and I want you to trust that sign.
This is the musical interview done with the musical guest for the segment of Critical Mass, the Boo Rays. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you. Let's go right into self-entitled tape the Boo Rays have out, or soon to be released.
Yes, in a couple weeks we're going to have a tape out. A couple weeks being today being the 7th. But it's getting duplicated now. We did 8 songs in the studio, kind of a studio. And that's about it. That's all I have to say towards the tape. Mark?
Fair enough. Was this the first time you guys ever put anything out on cassette or tape or album?
We did some recording at the end of last summer before Mike joined us, and but it was on a 4-track, which we borrowed for a weekend and kept for 3 months. And we recorded in Bob's parents' basement under some pretty rough conditions, but we just kind of used it as a demo. We haven't really ever sold anything. If people wanted a tape, we gave it to them.
Mm-hmm. So this is your first marketing adventure?
We're going to have little statues, little dolls of ourselves going out too, and stickers.
A movie.
And a movie.
Mike Hellebush punching bag, I think, is in the works.
I think maybe people do, maybe people don't, I don't know, but I don't think folks generally realize that it takes... To put out a tape for a band who's starting out, it's like a financial strain, isn't it? I mean, this comes right out of your pockets, and you don't a lot of times make your money back, or...
Yeah, well, most of what we did was just to take what we've made for the last, about 5 months, and basically use all that money, and we went pretty deep into the hole, even with that, even with all our earnings for 5 months, which is as long as we've been playing out. So... it was pretty expensive, basically, and That's all I have to say about that. So if you want to send money to me, it would be okay.
Okay, we'll show an address later on for that. But obviously this tape and being on Critical Mass, promoting yourselves, what do you hope to achieve soon? You know, being a band, being the Boo Rays, what do you want to, what's some goals? Y'all can join in on this. Hot spot.
Well, geez, ask Bob. I really don't know.
Yeah, I'd say basically we were just in this kind of primarily in the beginning just for fun, so that's pretty much been what has driven us and what continues to. Eventually we want to try to play in other cities and travel around, and of course we all day jobs or else we're unemployed. 2 day jobs and 2 unemployed there.
We've taken sides.
Point, counterpoint.
So, so that's one thing we're trying to do. Otherwise, we're just trying to play out more in town and get more of a following. We're still kind of definitely new and young and pretty clueless most of the time. So.
Let me ask you this, Andy. Over there in the corner. Do you model yourselves after a certain particular local band, or is there somebody who can... maybe I'll just throw this question out. But you know what I mean. Is there someone who you think has achieved what the Boo Rays can achieve locally?
Dread Zeppelin? No, locally. I hadn't really thought about locally. I don't know. I guess if anything, I've always admired everything from the Beatles to the Replacements, and I guess I'm just trying to follow anything from them.
Yeah, I don't think we have like. I don't know. I don't know why I started talking. I wanted to save Andy. No, I don't. Someone save me. I don't really think that we are trying to emulate anyone locally or even on a broader scale. I think, like Bob said, we're basically doing it for fun and kind of just getting over the fact that people actually pay to see us voluntarily. So that's pretty exciting for us. So I think as far as who we would emulate, I would say nobody. I emulate Mike. He's my hero.
What kind of audience responses have you gotten, good or bad? You know, has people taken the time to tell you what they thought of the Boo Rays?
Yeah, a lot of times, all it takes is, even on a pretty big crowd, all it takes is one person to say they like it and warms your heart or whatever. Like Beatle Bob, for instance. But a lot of the time, it's people in like other bands we're playing with that night, or just musicians that are in other bands, and hearing them say things definitely helps us lend credibility to thinking we're in the right direction or whatever. Because when you're basically playing all original, not everybody's gonna be up for hearing that all night. Come away, liking everything after hearing it only one time. So I guess, like I just said.
We all heard it. Mike, do you think that bands in the area kind of tend to stick together, or camaraderie of any sort? Typical Critical Mass question, but a new band to ask, so tell me your feelings.
It seems like a lot of the bands have good camaraderie. From what I've seen, we've worked with several other bands, and I think it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun for me, and generally we seem to work pretty well with the other bands that we've been with too. So.
It helps kind of share crowds too, because even if shows where we don't bring out many people, there's a few people from the other band and a few for ours, so it kind of lets the people that like you hear other bands and share fans.
How do you open the door? You're basically a pretty young band. We've been playing together for about half a year or so. How do you just come out of the woodwork and start working? What has been the process?
Basically, it's just kind of been Bob running the band like a business, comes home and makes calls every day. There's not too many venues where we can playing all original stuff, so mainly we go out to bars and see bands a lot, and if we find out about a new club or just stumble onto something, we'll usually just go and shop ourselves around there. It's going to be a little nicer having a tape that actually sounds fairly professional, because I think we can get to play places we
Where was the
couldn't
tape done at?
It was done with Jack Petracek is his name. He's from 3 Foot Thick, and he had a studio set up in basically his entire house was the studio, and so we went and invaded his home for a couple of days and recorded. But I guess that'll be a pretty big step. I don't know. I can't really remember how we got out of the basement. I guess a couple of people were just really generous enough to let us play before we really knew what we were doing.
Yeah, it's tough because a lot of times the bar owners really even the places we played initially really never even listened to the tape. It was more or less just kind of badgering or whatever, and then they finally let you play. So initially we played a lot at the Red Sea, which, the Loop, which he was real congenial towards us, and we played there basically a lot during the winter. It was a chance for us to just kind of play live and go on from there, but it's definitely tough.
Have you worked yourselves into a weekend slot yet? Isn't that like the next step from the basement, getting weekend slots? And
Yeah, we haven't
drunk at home. That's our weekend.
Play pretty sporadically at a pretty finite set of bars, but we'll maybe play once every 4 to 6 weeks at one of those places. So usually maybe about 4 or 5 shows a month, hopefully.
Getting all of them since Cicero's. They've been pretty generous letting us warm up when we've headlined there once, but we can usually count on a few shows there a month, which is cool. They give you free pizza when you play there. It's a lot of fun.
so when the tape gets released, it's going to obviously be sent to all the record station or radio stations. Try to get some airplay on some alternative radio, college radio.
Yeah.
That typical.
Or maybe K-Sheep.
Call up the U-Man. Just real quickly too, I want to the artwork of the posters and flyers. Who's a resident artist? Yeah.
Wow, that's
pretty graphic.
Bob and Andy do one poster. It's really attractive.
So you have a mailing list? People sign up at the shows, and this lets them know what's going on. And
we very aggressively pursue the mailing list, and basically the only other thing we have is posters and the RFT.
oh my God,
That is the.
what's happening here? This is it. This is the big one. Gosh, we're on camera and everything. Well, look. This has been the Critical Mass interview with the Boo Rays, and unfortunately, this is St. Louis, Missouri, and we're having the Quake. The Quake. Stay tuned for more details and more information. And
いらっしゃいませ。ここはハルバルーといって世界で最も面白いお店です。どうぞ。ハルバルーには靴があります。ドクター・マーチンズ、クリーパーズ、スティゲットヒールズ、ウエスタンブーツ。ここがハルバルーの T シャツ置き場。Go for that. Nine Inch Nails, Misfit, James Addiction, Face No More. Check it out! ルボロにはリップサービスという派手なブランドの洋服があって 50s, 60s, 70s からの珍しいヴィンテージの古着 Peace, baby! Hello, 1556 South Broadway in Siouxland. ここは未知の世界
This is called Pickup Truck.